Yeah, welcome back to my class again today. Today we are going to look at the concept of nesting in programming. We are looking at conditional statements. So we want to look at nesting. So I'm going to look at nesting if else statement. Now, nesting is like having a container inside a container. So you have a larger container and a smaller container. Then you take this smaller container and you put it inside the larger container. So you are putting a construct inside a construct. That is nesting. So we are going to use the last program of the elif statement that we did in my last class. We are going to redesign that program using the concept of nesting, and then we will see that it's going to give us the same output. So that is what I want to show you in this class today. Now, let's get right in and see that concept of nesting. So I will show you the syntax, then I will go to the PyCharm and write that same program that we did in the previous class that has to do with discount, 20% discount, 10% discount, and then we'll write a code using nesting of if-else statement to write that same program, and then you see the output, which is going to be the same. So let's get right in. All right, so this is the syntax for nesting. Nested if-else statement. If expression 1, then you will go in. If it is true, you go in and carry out this statement. Else. Now, the else part is now carrying the nested construct, which is the if expression 2 is, you are going to test it further. If expression 2 is true, then go in and carry out this statement. Else, you carry out this statement. So this is if-else statement inside another if-else statement. You can see this is if-else. Now this is another if-else inside this if-else, because this if-else is inside this else. That is nesting. Putting a container inside another container. So you can see that this if-else is a smaller container that you are putting inside this bigger container of if-else. That is the concept of nesting. You can equally carry this if-else and put it inside this if. Right? So let's go into the PyCharm and then see a demonstration of that same program that we did in our last class in this class. This is the last class that we did. We looked at the elif else statement. This was what we did. So I'm going to write this same program using the nesting concept in Python. So I'm going to write this program. So to do that, let me open another screen. Okay. So I have this one, which is the last class that we did. Now I'm going to use this one to write our program. So let's look at this program. Amount, I'm asking you to input the amount. Then I'm going to print out amount. Then if amount is greater than 20,000, calculate the discount, which is 20% discount. Insert it into this discount variable. Print out the discount. Else, if it is greater than 10,000, do this. Now I'm going to use a nested method to write this same program. So I'm going to come here and I'll say amount. So I'll ask you to input it, and then I'm going to typecast. So I'm calling the input function, and then I'm saying enter amount. Yeah. Then I'll say print amount equals, all right. Yeah, I'll say if amount greater than 20,000, right? Then go in and calculate 20% discount. So discount equals amount multiplied by 20 divided by 100. Now, okay, let me still come here and print discount equals, okay, then else. So you can write it. Now, in the other program here, I use the elif. So now I'm not going to use the elif. I'm going to use the if-else statement to write it. So this is the else. Then I'll come here, and then I'll say if amount greater than 10,000, go in and then calculate the 10% discount. Amount multiplied by 10 divided by 100. Then I'll say print discount discount. Then I will say else discount equals 0. Then here I will also say print there is no discount for you. Then I will come here and print payable amount equals amount minus discount. All right. So same program, but look at this one. Look at this one. We use the elif, right, to write this. So you can see this one inside, outside. So if amount is this, elif this, elif this, else this. That is what we wrote in our last class. But in this class of nested if-else statement, I am saying now, I'm asking you to input the amount. When you put the amount in, I will print out that amount on the screen. And then if the amount is greater than 20,000, discount is calculate 20% of the discount. Print discount equals to this, which is what? The discount that we have calculated. So I'm asking you to project it on the screen. If I don't put this, you are going to calculate this discount, but you will not see it on the screen. So I want it to appear on the screen. That's why I'm asking you to perform this. So I'm giving this discount, which has been calculated and saved in the memory. I'm giving it to the print function to project on the screen. No, I have always told you that there is an action that you perform, and then there's what we see. Now, you can perform that action within you, which is what? The combination of data and your thoughts. But when you carry out, when you display a particular type of behavior, we will see it on the outside. Now, that is like calling this print function to display whatever it is that you have done for us to see on the screen. So I'm asking the print function to print out whatever the discount is. Now, if it is false, else, the instruction that I now want you to do when it is not true is that go in, else, now check if the value is greater than 10,000. Now, then you perform what? 10% discount and print out the discount. else inside that else statement, discount equals to 0. Print out there is no discount for you. Then you now come out of this if else statement completely and then print out payable amount equals to amount minus what? Discount. That is what this is doing. So this is going to give us the same output with this. But you can see that if the multiple conditions are many, this program is going to be very complex for you to write. So that is where we now had to introduce the elif. So without the elif, you can use the nested operation in this way to achieve that same method. But if the condition is much, then you will run into problem trying to write your code completely. So let's execute this and see how it's going to respond. So I'm going to execute this. Now it's asking me enter amount. So I'm going to enter 22,000. Now you can see amount is what? 22,000. It's printing it out. If I didn't put this print amount, so it's printing out this one, amount is 22,000. Then if print discount, so it's printing out discount equals to 4,400. So it has calculated this discount and then inserted it into this variable called discount. Then I'm asking it to project the value that is inside this place onto the screen. That is what it's doing by giving me out discount equals to 4,400. This is a string literal. So you can see it's printing out this string literal exactly the way it is. Now I'm calling, is displaying what is inside this variable out. That is it for the 4,400. Then payable amount to be what? This minus this to give me this, which is what? This output. Because this one is true. It has carried this out. So it's going to bypass this else statement. And then it's going to print out this print payable amount equals to amount minus discount. Payable amount is a string literal that I'm supplying to what? To this print function. So that is what it's giving you. Payable amount, everything that I've written here. Payable amount equals to this. Then it will now carry out this expression, which is what? Amount, which is this amount. This amount that I've supplied in here minus the discount, which is what is given here. So it's giving me this. Now I'm going to execute this again, and then I will supply a value that is greater than 10,000, but not greater than 20,000. So it's going to apply 10%. So I'll supply this again. Now I'm going to supply 12,000. Enter. So you can see amount is what? 12,000. Discount is what? 1,200. Payable amount is 10,800. It checked this one. If amount is greater than 20,000, it's not. So it will not enter this place to carry out this, to come to S. S, when it goes into the S, there is a conditional statement again inside. If amount is greater than 10,000, then go in and calculate this. Else, do this. And then come out and print this. So that is what it has done. Now I'm going to execute this again. I'm going to supply 5,000. So I'm going to give 5,000. So when I press enter, look at amount is 5,000. There is no discount for you. Payable amount is 5,000. So you check this one. Amount greater than 20,000. It is not true. So it came to the S. Then went into the S. Check. If amount is greater than 10,000. No, it's not greater than 10,000. It will check the S. Now, it is still inside the else statement. It didn't go out. It's inside the else statement. So it will now check this else. Else, discount equals to 0. Print, there is no discount for you. That is how I printed this one. There's no discount for you. Then it will now come out of this else statement and then come out of this if else statement completely and then print out this action that is here. Payable amount is amount minus discount to give you 5,000. Right? So this is nested if else statement. That is container inside the container. So what you did is you went into the first container to check if the condition is true, carry out this. Now, if the condition is false, you are coming out of that first container and you are entering inside the smaller container that you put inside the bigger container because that is inside the S. So you enter into that one, and then inside that container, you are carrying out this condition. You finish everything in that container before you come out completely to carry out this one. So that is what you are doing. You are putting a construct inside a construct, entering this construct to carry out your action before you come out and print out the entire thing that is on the outside. This is the complexity of programming, and this is exactly what is happening to you in reality between data and thought. As we go on, I'm going to show you that. I will explain further to you what really happens between your body gathering data and your mind gathering thought, and then placing that data and the thought inside your soul and how you play with it. I have actually explained this in one of my class, in the introductory class of 2024. I have explained that, but I will use Python to explain it when I get to object-oriented programming. So, but right now, I'm still working on the pieces. So when I get to object-oriented programming, I'm going to put everything together for you to understand what I am actually saying. So this is nested if-else that I wanted to show you in this class today. Like I said, or I've been saying, if you found this helpful, please click on the like button and do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook page if you have not done so. Thank you and see you in my next class. Bye-bye.